Alright, well, we're back this afternoon, and another interesting day. Looks like we have, let me get over here and figure out what's going on with Ethereum 3289. It just keeps ramping up. It's at 1/3 the market cap now of Bitcoin. It's interesting. Of course, we hold a little bit of everything. When I say everything, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. Everything else is moving kind of slow. But you like it. Take profit when we can. It's one of the few instruments we carry that doesn't pay dividends. Just because of the sheer volatility. I mean, you can make money off of it. And if I get stuck with it, it's going to be a small position. Fractional shares on Bitcoin keep a lot in a wallet, so we ain't worried about it. Been involved since 2013. Never too late to get involved. You just got to pick your points, manage your money. Same rules, except for the dividend part. But it's looking pretty good. What we're looking at right now, let's put this over into Mosaic, give you a little better idea. Looks like we're at 45.60 on the day, 152 in dividends. That chart looks kind of bad, but this is what it will look like in the future. Each month it will be similar. Unless we're in a down market, then you'll watch the profits from trading should be in the downward slide, or they should be below your dividend accumulation. Keeping track of your profits is really important for your mental aspect in the market. If you think you can, mentally know where you're at any time, it's not a good thing to guess. Let me turn this down a little bit. We're just going down through where the price is in relationship to any of these lines does not matter one iota. We don't care where it's at. All we've done is we put a line in the sand saying, hey, we've got shares available on this particular one for $66.55. You want it? Come pay for it. That's all we're doing. Managing money. You just go down through the list, see what's moving. Of course, we've had a green up day, so you're going to have a lot of positives. All right, and we'll come across a few that we've sold. That's MetLife. I don't know all of these, even though I've been doing it for 27 years. Don't really care to know. All I know is if they pay dividends, I'm interested. That's Altria, cigarette maker, plus a whole bunch of other things. Citigroup, full. Any type of energy seems to be picking up pace in the markets, but that was Cody. This is one that cannot be traded in a retirement account or a qualified plan because it's they call it LLP. That has tax and restrictions. Be aware of that. It comes up on our scan. We trade it in the cash account. Nothing been good to us. reason why you see a sell on there is because we had a second account that actually hit, I guess, last week. But we still have one position open, still rising. Closed at IDA. IDA's still on there, so we're willing to get back in at a lower price. And it's interesting, it went up, hit ours, and then come right back down. So, great minds think alike, I guess. There's no special indicators used here, it's just math. We're only interested in those stocks that pay us dividends. That allows us to do is we can be wrong. It's a 50-50, right? So if we're wrong, we can still get paid. At least something. But we don't go all out because it's based on the size of your account. You don't want to be making your positions larger than what your account can afford. As far as the loss goes, but we don't take losses, so you would think we would go a little bit further, but the reason why we don't take losses is because we have good money management skills, and that's the key to all of it. If you can manage money with a small amount, you'll be able to manage it with a large amount. But every little bit counts. Alright, so that's one. Let's look at this other one here. You see, that was a big jump on FFG this morning. We were supposed to close that around the 58 mark, so it jumped up like $5 higher than where we had our limit. So of course we benefited from that move. A few more that are tempting. Closed AIT, that was bought last week, sold this week. INGR sold. We picked up BMY, that was a trail. See, charts can fool you for sure. You know, every chart's different scale, different price movement, and you know, using all these type of indicators can really mess with your head. People try to make them work, and if they had similar underlyings, you know, price-wise, that moved exactly the same, then maybe it would work. But because everything's different, the only constant is percentages and prices. You know, so if you use the same risk management, then it doesn't matter the size of the stock price. Ooh, excuse me. It's been a rainy day here. Hadn't really been able to get out, but I will this afternoon. Got to get the dogs outside. After this, I'll come back and do a video on last month's small account that we managed to explain unrealized and realized loss and show you the gains. Should be around 1% with me not even looking at it. That equates to about 12% per year, which a lot of people scoff at because I know they make thousands of percent per day, you know. It's funny. Everybody wants that get rich quick. That's the fastest way to the poorhouse. Be careful with the cryptos. When you start hearing people saying, make sure you hold, make sure you're a hoodler, you know, holding on for dear life. You can really get hurt. I'm not telling you to sell all of it. I'm saying that, you know, you don't realize any profit until you take it out. And if you think it's going to $1 billion per crypto, then hey, you know, how many do you need? You don't need much, right? Everybody wants to be a millionaire but can't manage the money. So if you have $1 million, if you have $1,000 and you can't manage it, well, what's the difference going to be when you got $1 million? It's just more expensive toys, right? If you can't manage it and make that money make money, then it's kind of a pointless thing. So people that trade it all the time are the ones that make the money. I'm sure you get, you know, hit with a little higher taxes, but I'll take that over the chance at a one-time hit. You know, the lottery ticket, 175 million to 1. I'll pass on that. I'll take that sure thing every day of the week. You come up with a slang term for snowballing or compound interest. People don't get it. They think, man, I can only make $1,000 off 10,000 if I make 10%. Why would I do that when I can put all my money into Bitcoin and I can own X amount? They don't understand ratios. Blows my mind. It's like, I'm not telling you not to buy it. I'm telling you that your expectations with the money that you have, don't be fooled by the people that are telling you to hold it. Like if you could buy 10,000 of Bitcoin, that's going to be like what point? Oh, let's work it out. Just easier to use a calculator. You got 10,000 divided by, let's say it's what, 55 now, just guessing. So yeah, that's how much Bitcoin you get. 0.18, 18, and so on. So it goes to, see, 4, goes to 8 decimal places. That's how much you'd own with your 10,000. You know what it doesn't do? It doesn't pay you dividends. So sure, if it goes up $5,000, all you got to do is take that, right? If it goes up $5,000, multiply that by that 0.18, 18, you make $900. It's real simple math, but people can't seem to figure this out. They say, well, you got to have one. Like, no, you don't have to have one. But, you know, if you're hoping for that, if that's all the money you have and that's what you're putting in there, there's your 10%. 10% of 10,000, you're actually only making 9.09% on your money. And sure, you can make it a lot faster if you get their direction correct. You don't know if this is the top, you don't know if it's the bottom, you don't know if it's the middle, you don't know nothing. So it's a big risk. It's a 50-50 shot though. So maybe it does go, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But I got in when I paid $900. I trade it as much as I can, but I do it in fractional shares. I don't go for the throat. I'm willing to make a couple $100 on each trade than trying to make, you know, 901. just a different way of looking at the market and spreading your risk out. Well, that med sure is taking off. It's been a slow mover. We've had it for a while. Looks like we dollar cost average. You can see that dropped a little bit. Probably get close to hitting another one. BMY, we got into that today. So we got here's sorting. A lot to look at. Okay, we didn't want it that way. There we go. And we want one more time. What happened there? There we go. I don't think too much more is going to cash out. We're about 15 minutes, but we're just kind of floating around here. Yeah, so like I was saying, these numbers are just, we have an algorithm in here so that we can, make it easy. All we have to do is punch in numbers, and then you'll start to see after a couple of days, you'll see something similar to this. It'll vary based on how much you trade and kind of dividends come in. If we have any kind of pullback in the market, normally our trades stay about the same. On accounts of this size, you gotta pay our bigger accounts. It's just, you're just doubling, doubling what you're making, or triple what you're making, 4 times what you're making. It just depends on how much money you have in your account. What we're doing is we're managing risk. That's what you're doing when you're managing money, you're managing your risk. Yeah, a little thing on some platforms, it's called let's go look at it and see what it says. Rebalancing. We rebalance just based on the way we trade. So we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to go back in there and change something. But we should have our ebook coming out so that people can follow along better with this type of strategy where it's no losses. We're looking for no losses in the market. So we're at day 332 with no losses. That's what you want, no losses. You're not losing money. And so what have we made over the last 2 months? Maybe 1637. Maybe 32, 38, 32, 36. Really standing out here except for that med really moved. The yellow is moving. Very cashed out on that one. CNS is moving. Yeah, I like to keep an eye on the cryptos because they seem to be affecting the market more and more. Ethereum, let's see what its all-time high is. All-time high was 33, 35, 12. We probably sold one Ethereum. I think we bought it at 29.30. Let's see. Oh yeah, we sold it. Some more profit there. Just we trade through Coinbase. It's just easier. Who knows where Ethereum's going to stop? See how fast things are changing at the end of the day. Some selling off. The price is changing. The price stays the same. I think we missed this last week. I don't know how that happened. Because I put this order in this morning. What I think probably happened is that it aged and we just didn't catch it, so we missed that 69.50 buy. It's okay though. We put it back in for 69.50. You can see down at the bottom of the screen. If it goes back up, it goes back up. Not too worried about it. It's just one small stock, one small position. You can't catch everything, but the whole idea when you're working 15, 16 different accounts or portfolios, it's very hard to stay on top of every little thing that happens, because sometimes it might happen on, aged on two separate accounts. But as long as we don't lose money, we're good. That's the number one rule. Don't lose money. Once I get it, I ain't giving it back. I'm not a gambler that way. I look as if you lose it, you're that much further behind. If you never lose, you can only be doing one thing: growing. Now, I don't care how slow it is. When you have a small account, once you get over about $150,000, you really start to see the compounding. And then once you hit the 250 mark, I mean, you pretty much made it. If you understand the system at 250, the 500 is very, very quick to get to. The billion, like I say, it's a snowball effect. We'll go into more in-depth on one of our next videos. I'll try to slow it down a little bit, because I know I tend to talk too fast and try to go through every little detail. And when this market comes down, there's going to be a lot of pain. A lot of people going to be screaming and hollering. And eventually it will. What was that? $3,800 for plywood, or percentage increase on wood building materials versus like what was it for building a deck? I think went from $900 to $3,800 to build a deck of the same material, same area, and all that. It's like I can't remember. It was 800 square foot or 1,200 square, 1,400 square foot, 40 feet. I don't know what the numbers were, but all I know is it was ridiculous. And people are like, oh, there's no inflation. Yeah, okay. I need to make some beans. That's what I need to look at. I think one thing people have a problem with is they get impatient with making money instead of letting it come to them. And when it comes to you, you're just kind of like, okay. And you get relaxed all of a sudden. You don't care. You're like, hey, it's going to come in. You just keep doing the same thing every day. and before long you're making more money in the market than you can at your job. Now, of course, if you're making $1 million a year and you have a small account, that wouldn't be the case. But for most small investors, hey, you guys, dogs playing in the background here. I gotta get them outside. So we've got about 5 minutes left. Hey, enough. We've got 5 minutes left, and I'll get them. I'll load them up. We're gonna go to the park there today. That's right. Yeah, you guys can act stupid out there all you want. All right. I can tell you all fired up to do that. Yeah. 4-month-old scatterbrain. Yeah. Good boy. Australian Shepherd and Husky. Yeah, buddy. He's actually a good dog. Most people would say you can have a crazy one on your hands. I said, yep, probably. It's all right. Interesting how the financials all back up again today. So you see these here, we're still, concentrating on the dividend payers that are CEFs, right? Because they're monthly payers. We let that cash coming in constantly. It just keeps growing, right? So the more positions you have, depending on the size of the contract and the max shares, I worked that out to be. Take a look at it. This is an interesting stat. I'll go into more depth on it. It's like, so all the ones that came up, all the CEFs, closed-end funds that came up on the scan, you could have put $45,000 in if you were to max share all of them. That means you'd have $1 million or $900,000. You'd put $45,000 in, you'd make a return of $3,516 on the year for that, $3,516. That's 7.78%. So it's still a small percentage of a $900,000 account. So if we take that and we take 45,000 to 11 divided by 900,000, right? It's less than 0.5% of your account. That's putting a ton of money in there and getting your money back, basically $300 a month at $9.76 per day. That's how you grow money. Now that's looking in the big picture, right? We'll just divide that by 10, right? That's what it comes down to. It's scale. People don't get it. You think too big, it's like, don't let your hummingbird account override your alligator thinking. Use that in a different term for other things, but this is what we're looking at. This is all you have to do. This is why we're showing you how to do this with a small account. And if you have a large account, you can scale it up. But you don't want to take any losses. And if you're looking for the big catchword out there, which most people are always looking for, is like, what's hot? Anything that's paying dividends is hot to me because it's paying. Like some dividend percentages might be lower. Here's your dividends right here. We got one that's not paying a dividend because it's a warrant. Right? I'm sure there's a couple others in here. BPT stopped paying dividends, right? So we don't put any more money into it. Big deal. It's a cheap stock anyways, but we got invested in it. Doesn't even tell us that market value is 114. I don't remember. 1152 by 33, so it's probably $400. Whatever. It's a small amount. There's another couple here. These are ones that just been in the account for a long time. Still paying dividends on this one, although it doesn't show it here for whatever reason. It's showing it down here. It's small. It's a small amount, but this is just one. I know we've got quite a bit of money involved in that one. But you got to look at the losers as much as the winners. But you don't sell it, you don't realize a loss. Yeah, the market overall, it's kind of flat to me. We keep taking profit on these so-called flat days. Got, what, 7-11 buys today? And 3, 6 sells. But yep, that's pretty much it for today. Let's see what I guess that's it. Yeah, closed. Yeah, so we didn't have anything else. Med was up 706. Okay. Yeah, we'll go more in depth to the understanding of scale. But other than that, good day in the market. So it looks like so we ended up with 152 and 45.60. So it's 3, 2, 8, 9, 198.23 on the day. Not too bad. Guess we could have just looked at this, huh? Yeah, 198.23. There's our total right there. All right. So I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow.